Well, Jamie, that was a rather long press conference at just under 2.5 hours, and we heard from numerous top officials there. We heard that the chairman of China's National Development and Reform Commission, Jen Copestake, said he was confident that China is going to meet this growth target, the GDP growth target of 5%. He reiterated what we've been hearing here in the last couple of days, that China has a solid economic foundation and that despite internal and external challenges to the economy, everything would be fine to reach that target. Finance Minister Len Fowen said that China had ample tools in reserve to deal with any possible external and domestic uncertainties that may arise. He said the government also has policy tools to play with, so it will be able to successfully reach 5% GDP growth. Now, the official said that more stimulus measures can be used if needed. People's Bank of China Governor Pan Shen said at an appropriate time it would cut interest rates and also cut the amount of money that banks are required to hold in reserve. The official said it was a priority for them to keep the yuan stable at a reasonable and balanced level. Now, all of this comes as China continues to face a trade war with the U.S., with America increasing tariffs on Chinese imports to 20%. Commerce Minister Wang Wantao was asked about retaliatory tariffs and if the conflict between China and the U.S. would be prolonged. Now, he said that the U.S. is distorting the truth about China's involvement in America's fentanyl drug crisis, saying that protectionism is a dead end. And Minister Wang said that he's willing to meet his American counterparts at what he called an appropriate time. We also heard from the head of China's Securities Regulatory Commission, who said that China will accelerate a new round of capital market reform and opening up. This will also enhance the healthy development of the stock market. He said that China would deepen the effectiveness of supervision and law enforcement while improving coordination between investment and financing, development and promoting adaptability in the market's fundamental institutions.
Jen, briefly, a lot of focus on this new fund to support tech enterprises.
That's right. There was quite a few questions from the journalists who were present about how tech companies are going to be funded in the future in China. And the officials actually joked that this was becoming more of a tech conference than an economic press conference. So, yes, China announced a new fund. It's called the State Venture Capital Guidance Fund to encourage high-tech innovation in fields like artificial intelligence, quantum computing, and energy storage. Now, this will see the expansion, the doubling of a re-lending facility for the tech sector that did sit at $69 billion. This will go up to $138 billion of investment over the next 20 years. The central bank governor said foreign investment in tech companies also is going to be encouraged, and he welcomes international investors to invest in China's high-tech firms. He said China is going to oppose any imposition of unjust investment barriers. This is perhaps a nod to the U.S.'s recent restrictions on tech going into China. So spending on tech is going to increase by 8.3% on last year. That will be over $165 billion. And China's security regulator, Wu Qing, said that the surprise success of artificial intelligence startup DeepSeek had led to re-evaluations of China's tech stock prices.
Jen, thank you for that. Our correspondent Jen Copestake in Beijing.